Alright, good morning for you, you European folk. Well, Western European folk, because it's less than half an hour before noon. But anyway, hello everybody. My name is DoubleDubbel, and that's all the intro I'm gonna give you, because there's 3.5 minutes to go before I can play the game. Just unskippable cutscenes and that kind of stuff, so I can explain stuff during that. So, let's get ready to start the time in 3, 2, 1, go! Was actually the yes prompt, but never mind.
It started with the destruction of our home.
So this is new Super Lucky Still, a remake of Super Lucky Still, which was released in 2015, and this game was released in 2019, November 2019. So it's actually not that old, it's about half a year old, but in that half year, this game has seen quite some speedrun development. For example, there's a bunch of stuff we already do before the run even starts. For example, digital, as is usual with these kind of games, digital is faster than physical. Having the game on the Switch internal storage instead of on an SD card also makes the game load faster. And additionally, going into the game and then backing out to the main menu, that also preloads some stuff, and that also makes the load shorter. So it's interesting that there's a lot of like load reduction methods that we have here. But yeah, to explain this actual game further, it's a 3D platformer. I always compare it to games like A Hat in Time, a Banjo-Kazooie, where you where it's a platformer where you run around and collect stuff. We're playing any % today. Unrestricted, to be precise. That doesn't mean much. There's this one glitch that we're going to be using throughout the entire game that completely breaks it. And yeah, that's what Unrestricted is. Unrestricted is you can use that glitch, and then the no BH category. BH stands for bonk hop, which is the glitch that we're going to be using. So no BH is not allowed to use bonk hopping, and you're going to see why that exists in the first place with how much we do with bonk hopping. So yeah, this is kind of a unique a unique platformer speedrun in that this is a speedrun where you want to bonk, because it lets us. I'll explain more in detail about how the bonk hop works once we get into the game.
I don't know where that portal took him.
And yeah.
I know that Lucky is still out there, somewhere within the book.
So currently world record is sitting at a 104.25, if I remember correctly, by YPause, and there's a bunch of people who have times near that. I'm currently not at that level, but you know, we're gonna try our best anyway. I'm gonna show off how the speedrun of the game actually works. And yeah, any % is the category where we play the least of the game. That's what any % means. But yeah, how this game is structured out is there's several worlds, and each world has its own individual page requirement, and you can compare pages to like stars in Super Mario platformers, or Jiggies in Banjo-Kazooie. And yeah, we're gonna be automatically shoved into the first level here, which is Heavy Heads. There's a character with an exclamation point over his head. The game wants you to talk to him. We're not gonna do that. There's a bit of platforming sequence you need to do to open the door, but yeah, we're gonna use the bonk hopping glitch that I mentioned earlier to just say no to that. Alright, so 3 minutes and 36 seconds in, and we finally get to play the game. So first I'm burrowing with using ZR. Oh, this is already not going well. Alright, so this is bonk hopping. By bonking into the wall, swiping my tail and jumping, I can just scale up this wall infinitely. Just gonna dive here, pick up some coins, and trigger this cutscene. Also, we're playing in Japanese because it is the fastest language. You know, as is usually the case, you can say more with the Japanese kanji and kana. So you need less dex boxes to say everything. Now we're gonna trigger this cutscene right away as well, and we're gonna pick him up. So yeah, burrowing and sliding, which is burrowing on any surface where you can't burrow, those are both faster than running, so that is going to be our main method of movement. We're also going to use the dive move that you can do by pressing the burrow button in midair, and it lets us home in on the enemies, which can sometimes also be fast. Also, we'll pick up this pink gem here. So you can see in the top right of the screen, you can see a bunch of clover icons. So there's 4 pages in each proper stage that you can get. There's the main page, which is the check mark, that's just actually beating the stage. There's the question mark, which is the hidden page. The paw print is the 300 coin. The 300 coin page, and the L is the lucky page, which you get for collecting all the lucky letters. But yeah, I just did a skip as well. There's a sub area, but that has loading screens that you normally use to get up here. But yeah, with the platforming I did, I could get up here just normally. Grab the K here and pick up this guy. I have 151 coins right now. I want a couple more just to be safe. So I'll pick up those and then head for this this area. Yeah, there's a bunch of golem heads that we need to return to this area. Because we need to wake up this golem, because he'll spawn the end of the stage. So yeah, there's been a lot of work done for the routing in the stages. For any percent, we mostly just 100% 100% nearly every stage we play, so we have to play as few stages as possible. Okay, gonna hit this for a couple coins as well. I'm gonna pick up this this orb right here. So yeah, I spawned the U there, but I'm not picking it up because I'm gonna let this happen, and then quickly pick up that U before the cutscene transports me here. Then I jump and enter this sub area. So the sub area I mentioned earlier that I skipped. This is the kind of loading screen you get. And to elaborate further on the bonk hopping glitch, shoutouts to the devs at Playful Studios, who, when they made a patch for this game, they instead of patching bonk hopping, they left it in the game and put a loading screen tooltip that tells you about it. It tells you about the idea that you can that by doing the right inputs you can scale walls infinitely. Also, we're gonna use our tail here to grab the hidden page a little bit earlier. Our tail can grab a lot of stuff. There's a lot later in the run. There's another spot where we're supposed to do a thing, but our tail swipe lets us skip it. I'll reference it again once we get to that stage. Alright, so what I need to do now is bonk hop up here. Alright, forget that. So I'm gonna hit that and get that head down. Gonna go up here and there's the Y. So that gets us all the letters. I can also skip this because I have all the thing. And hooray, I got the glitch. So there's a glitch that can make this randomly disappear. So we put the head down where it needs to be and we just move away from the stage and it comes back. It's very random. We have not been able to figure out consistently what causes it. It's just sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. We speculated for a while that it was the order you do the heads in, or like the way we beat this. Yeah, the way we do this stage. But I always do this stage this way, and I never. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. But yeah, that's pretty much the first stage. We've got all the 3 optional pages. There's the main page. And yeah, sliding on upward slopes is slow. So we kind of just don't do that. Right, so that was heavy heads. So yeah, we do that stage first. We tend to avoid 3D stages in this game. There's 3 types of stages. Well, 3 types of main stages. There's 3D stages, as you saw just now. And the next stage we're going to be doing is the second type. Which is technically an auto-scroller. I say technically because it is what we call an auto-runner. It is a stage where you automatically run, but through the use of burrowing, sliding, and using the dive to home in on enemies, which is faster. Yeah, there is time variance in what is intended to be an auto-scroller. Alright, so yeah, here gives you an overview of the stage. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so you can jump here, grab the L. I want to be a little bit careful here with how I play the stage out because missing things is bad. Because yeah, since this is an auto runner, I can't go back either. So I'm gonna grab the C here. Dive down here to grab these coins. Right, make sure I get the hidden page there. Get the K, fall down here, and get the Y. Alright, so gonna continue here. Yeah, last page I need you 300, but there's a lot of coins here you're guaranteed to get, so... And yeah, this is the slide. That's what the slide looks like. Alright, good dungeon run, didn't miss any pages. There would have been a backup that I could get, you know, for marathon's sake. I mean, in PB attempts it's just a reset, but... You know, for a marathon's sake there is a backup if I were to miss a single page. But yeah, I mentioned before that each world, each hub world in this has its own pace requirement. And it is individual per world. All the pages for world, for that world requirement, you need to get within the world itself. So we needed 8 pages, and not that we can get any pages from other worlds. We don't do things that much out of sequence. But it does have to be 8 pages in Sky Castle. And yeah, if we were to collect any more pages, it wouldn't carry over to the requirement for the next hub world. So yeah, that's where any percent comes into play. Is just get the pages for the world requirement and go. So yeah, there's a bunch more stages in this game. We only played 2. There's about 5 main stages and then a couple bonus stages. We are going to see some bonus stages in this run. In fact, we're going to get one after we beat this boss. And the boss fights in this game, the boss fights are not the shining point of this game. I will be honest, but the game overall is excellent. It's just that the highlights of the game are in places other than the boss fight. Boss fights are very straightforward, so this is a good time to hand it over to our host Kinnan to read some out some donations if there are, and otherwise say some other things.
Yeah, you caught me off guard a little bit. I currently don't have any donations to read out, but you can donate to the Mind charity and feel free to do so. And when you do, you've got a whole bunch of really cool donation incentives you can go for. The next one coming up is naming the seed in Elena's Inception, which is coming up in a while, so you feel free to donate for that one. We also have the PG mode off in Electronic Superjoy, which sounds very interesting, which only has 22 euros out of 100. So feel free to donate for that one as well if you want to see some non-PG stuff, I guess. That's what's that all about. So yeah.
Alright, so yeah, you can see what happened there. There was a cannon. But you can bonk up on top of the skybox of the cannon, so we can just dodge it easily. And then we get this phase where there's cannons in front of us. Yeah, if you just pay attention, it's not too hard to dodge them, and then we need to hit these back at them. Now there is a very slight time optimization going up here. I didn't get it. If you actually hit Mittens there, he falls a little bit faster. There are small time saves like that, but they're not really gonna make much of a difference in in the grand scheme of things. It's like getting early M in Mario Sunshine. But yeah, that was Sky Castle, first world of the game. Alright, just gonna wait for this loading screen to pass. Now we get into our next world, and we get a bit of a cutscene again. It's a little unfortunate that the cutscenes are not skippable, but we, you know, you get to enjoy these cutscenes now. Shoutouts to Steve TV Online, one of the big boy runners of this game. And yeah. Shoutouts because Tess is his favorite character, and it is also mine. But don't tell him I said that, otherwise he'll murder me. Alright, so I mentioned bonus stages before, as I slide right over one. So we're just gonna go in there. So I hope you guys like Super Monkey Ball, because I'd rather be playing that than this. So yeah, I don't know why, but for some reason the characters are giant in that cutscene, and then Lucky gets shrunk to what would normally be normal size. But yeah, we have this. We call it the Super Lucky Ball levels, although on my splits I have it called as Ball Maze because I refuse to compare this to Super Monkey Ball, because that would be an insult to Super Monkey Ball. These stages, it's not that these stages are terrible, they're just not well loved in the speedrun community because they're a little obnoxious to control. Like, this might have seemed very smooth, but that's because this stage is easy. There's a harder one later on. And again, it's because of page routing. We needed 8 pages in Sky Castle, so we did 2 stages and got 100% in that. But for this one, it's a little bit more awkward because we need 10. We need 10 pages. So the way we work around that with routing is we do 2 stages 100% just like before, and then we get 2 pages elsewhere. And even though there will be more of those cutscenes where you see it count down the clovers on the boss door, and you have extra loading screens, they're so much shorter than actual stages, and it would take so much more to get 2 pages in a third main stage, that doing 2 of those ball stages is actually faster. Now we're going to be jumping into Piggy Peril here. The third stage, main stage type that I mentioned. We had a 3D stage, we had an auto runner, which is technically also a 2D stage, but we classify that as an auto runner. And then we have proper 2D stages. So again, we're going to be getting 100% here. And yeah, it's going to revolve mostly around grabbing a lot of these gems that give you extra. If I'm not... I keep misremembering if the pink gems give you 25 or 30. I believe it is 30. Gonna avoid that spike thing that's revolving. Can I hit you, please? I want your money. Alright. Okay, so I'm doing this a little suboptimal, but I want to show this off. So you can get the... So what you normally meant to do is you hit the switch and then the platform with the hidden page will rise up. However, if you just... if you go underneath it, you can swipe and get on the platform anyways. So you're gonna swipe that windmill to make this secret area appear. Gonna wait a little bit on the cycle here. Okay, go now. Gonna hit this timer. So there's gonna be a bunch of colored coins. I need to collect all of them before the time runs out. It's gonna be... Right. Gonna dive down because that cancels out the getting hit animation. If you're gonna take damage on purpose, you wanna dive so you don't get the damage animation, don't get stopped in place. Also, there's a bunch of checkpoints here. I caught this cycle a little bad because I need to wait for the K to revolve to roll around. Oh, oops. Okay, that was not good. I'm in trouble now. I have 1 heart. Alright, I'm gonna play this safe now. What was meant to happen was this. I go into this area. Oh, there's a trick here. I'm gonna try it once. No. Okay, so you can dive into the foreground where that Y is right away if you do it right. But it's a very precise spot and I haven't really had time to practice it. So we're gonna do the normal way. We're gonna bunk hop up there. So we're already skipping a little bit of it. And then dive into the foxhole. And that's what they're called. Ooh, I needed to be careful there because I have one heart. But we're good. We did the stage. Didn't die in Piggy Peril. That is a thing of the nice variety. Yeah. See, I did lose some time by falling into the abyss. Well, yeah, overall it was a pretty good stage. Not dying on Piggy Peril is always nice for a marathon run. And as if that wasn't enough, we're gonna pretty much do an equally dangerous 2D stage as well. We focus on the 2D stages because there's a lot less. There's one whole dimension less. But yeah, it just makes them easier to. It takes less extra time to 100% the stage compared to if we were to do a 3D stage. And there's no auto runner in this world. I think there's only 2 auto runners in the game because we do both of them. So for this stage, I'm gonna go back first, get the box out of my way, get the L here, and dive right in there, and just do a little cheeky death abuse there. Get those 2 big coins, which give you 10 coins. 10 or 5, I keep forgetting. So there's gonna be these spike balls coming from the background and foreground. I wanna not linger, but get as many of those coins as possible. Dive underneath, go underneath here to get the U. Get these coins, get the checkpoint, jump up, pick up that crystal. Gonna hit this to trigger that appearing, and that lets me grab the C. Alright, here another timer. It's, as you can imagine, it's kind of slow to do this, but there's a reward we kind of need at the end. Ow. But yeah, we get healed here at the checkpoint. And this is one of the harder timer challenges in this. Alright, well, I got a little ahead of myself there. That's what you do after you clear it. You do a little bit of a death abuse there, but I don't want to die, so I'm probably not going to do the death abuse now. Alright, so I'm going to do this the normal way. Yeah, checkpoints restore your health to full, but if you've gotten checkpoint already and you go away from it, it doesn't like reset or anything. So yeah. Alright, gonna hang around here for a while because I want these big coins. Alright, just dive under here. And since I'm catching the cycle, I'll grab these coins real quick. There's a heart right there. Jump and hit that. If you stand on the ground, your swipe will not get it. Got the fast climb on the ladder at least. That's nice. Now I have... actually I should risk this. So by diving through and cancelling the damage animation, I can actually dive through that big spike ball. If you take a hit normally, and you get the damage animation, and get stopped in place. Oh god, let's not actually fall in. And there we go. That's the 300 as well. Now it's slightly faster to go around the left side, even though there's a... Even though there was a trampoline ball on the right side, it's faster to bonk up the left side. Alright, so only one page left. And we got our second ball maze coming up. Now this is the obnoxious one that kind of makes you dislike them. That's about the nicest way I can put it. I need to go this way. There was a little cart on the right side. If I get too close to that, you get the cart vendor will they'll speak to you and slow you down. So yeah, I skipped through it all, but if you let the animation finish, you see Lucky shrink and then be put in the ball you see in the ball stages here. So I need to go this way first. Almost fell off. Right, just hold up here and then you get that. Now carefully maneuver. And get all the money. Get on the jump. Delay that a little bit and then, yeah, if you time it right, you can just hold left and you'll get both of the coins. If you go for those bumpers immediately, you'll only get the right side. And can I get... No, didn't get the right position on that. Oh well. Did it without falling off, so that's nice. Oh yeah, that's the final page for Veggie Village. I almost said Sky Castle. Veggie Village, that's the name of this one. Alright, so now we got tests coming up. Yeah, the cats you meet, those are the bosses. So to explain the story, since I kind of talked over it during the intro and the subtitles were in Japanese. So yeah, this is what happens when you get too close and he talks to you. But yeah, the story is Lucky's sister Lyra is the head of the Guardian Order, which is basically the heroes of this universe, and they protect against evil, blah blah blah. And there's a special artifact called the Book of Ages, which is that book that Lucky was holding. Except there's an evil magician called Jinx. And he wants the Book of Ages for himself to become all-powerful. So he's sending his children, collectively called the Kitty Litter, to take the Book of Ages. During the intro cutscene you saw the imagery, they've been running away, then they got cornered, and then the Book of Ages went crazy and, yeah, transported the Kitty Litter into the worlds that are in the Book of Ages. And it also sucked Lucky in as well. And now he's sending his Kitty Litter at us to try and get the Book of Ages, and we're defeating the Kitty Litter so we can put them behind bars. So the boss fight against Tess is pretty simple as well, just like Master Mittens. There's the first attack, which was that saw blade through the middle. Now we get, yeah, then you have to hit a bunch of switches to get a hit on. Then it summons the bees here. And yeah, that's pretty much the only speed strat, is taking out that bee thing. Taking out the bee enemies. You get a heart back for each one, so you shouldn't really die on this. I think I need to stand... No, I need to stand here. Okay, I'm doing this a little bit slow, so I'm gonna play this carefully. And wait for this laser to pop over. Get this one. Oh. Oh, whoops. Taking one hit, that's fine. Like I said, we get hearts back for the bees we fight, so I actually do the speedrun thing and stand here. You can immediately dive onto them, homing, homing, homing. Now the third phase is going to be the exact same. Now I need to stand in this spot. So yeah, she attacks with a claw on whatever side of the platform you're on, but she hits the exact middle, so it's not too hard to dodge. Right, then I'm gonna go up here and wait for this to appear, so I can hit that, and then make my way over here. Get the double hit, and boom. Boss fight done. Right, now I'm gonna walk off for no reason at all. Alright, didn't work. I've really gotten the grasp of that strat, but by falling off in a specific way, you can make those switches lower faster, and you know the stage ends. Therefore, end the stage faster. Hey, we got through it no problem. Now we're on our way to the next main hub. Next hub world. World 3 out of 5. Although, should I say 4.5, because World 4 is pretty short. More on that later. So yeah, you would get introduced to our third member of the kitty litter, or rather third and fourth, as you'll see in a moment. I like a lot of these characters. They're pretty charming. You have Lieutenant Fluff and Stuff and General Buttons. Yeah, there's just some dialogue, and just like the previous world, we're gonna do some bonus stages. We're gonna be doing the slide puzzles. We're gonna be solving some slide puzzles here. Except I don't remember the solution, so I need a backup plan and just completely skip it. And I missed it. So the reason I dive right away and bonk on the front side wall is to avoid that dialogue. Unfortunately, I touched the ground behind the wall, so I got the dialogue anyway. But yeah. Yeah, you get a bunch of dialogue and then the actual puzzle spawns. But yeah, bonk hopping breaks the game. And as if that wasn't enough, we're gonna do another. So just like Veggie Village, we need 10 pages. So we do the same thing. Well, not necessarily the same thing. We do a 2D stage, an auto runner, and then 2 slide puzzles. Because they're really fast. Let's see if I can get it without dialogue this time. There we go. That's usually my my method for getting it consistently. Just bonk hopping in that particular way. And then slide a bit along the top wall. So yeah, there's no invisible wall on top of the wall, so... So we can just hop over. Oh, shout out to the early days of speedrunning this, where we would spawn in the puzzle and then bonk hop, walk up to the wall and then bonk hop up it. Alright, we're gonna go with the Melon Madness. Now, I was playing somewhat safe before. You may remember in Piggy Peril and Ripe Rollers I mentioned I just wanted to not die. I'm gonna play this stage a lot more risky than is necessary. But that's because there's a cool skip at the end that I want to show off. And for some reason, the top runners all have trouble with it, and I don't. And I know I'm setting myself up for failure by saying that. So yeah, I dove there. So hit this up, hit this down, hit that down, and grab the U. Okay, cool, I dove into the background somehow. That's a new one. There's yours, that's never happened before. Alright, so there's a maze here, but you know, we're speedrunners, we've played this a couple times, we know how this maze functions. Just gonna tail swipe. Your tail swipe is all powerful, you can just grab things in places you shouldn't be able to grab them. So, That gets us the hidden page. Okay, grab that coin. Grab that coin. Okay. Alright, so gonna tip this over. Grab it and then slide, because the slide mechanic actually works like a slide mechanic. You actually gain more speed if you're going off a downward slope. Alright. This might be getting a little dangerous now, so I'll get these coins here. So yeah, I do need to be careful because I have one heart. So I need to be pretty careful here. No, I need that 50 gem. I'm gonna carefully make it over, make it to the checkpoint so I get my health back. I don't know if I've mentioned before, but checkpoints restore your health. Alright, so here's the trick, big trick at the end. You just need to like balance on this. At 252, then that gem is gonna give us the 300 we need. Ow. So if I get this, I save 8 seconds. If I don't, I lose 40. Good news, I got it. So yeah, I get the Y there and just hop up the bonk hop back up. So yeah, the reason that loses 40 seconds if you fail it is because if you fall in, if you fail it to fall in the water, you respawn back at the checkpoint. You have to like sit through that whole rolling of the watermelon again. What you're intended to do is go up to the platform at the end and then wait for the Y to roll back around as the melon rolls back to the beginning. Alright. Sometimes it takes a while for us to get control back. Can jump up here because sliding up slope is slow. Alright, I'm gonna hand the talking over to Kinnan for a little bit because this one is a little tricky to get 100% on, so I need some focus time.
Sure thing. I would like to remind you that we are the Benelux Speedrunner Gathering. We organize bi-monthly gatherings in the Benelux for speedrunners. Due to the situation surrounding COVID-19, we're currently viewing our extended BSG online event instead of our week-long annual, with streamers from both the Benelux and the rest of the world bringing you entertainment during the lockdown ban. We're currently also raising money for Mind, which is a nationwide organization committed to prevent mental issues and to support everyone who has dealt with mental issues themselves or within their family. And all of your donations will go directly to them.
Alright, so I'm resetting the stage here because coin routing is very tight in this, and I missed a gem worth 50 coins. And I also missed a letter, so I would be missing 2 pages. I have a backup for missing 1 page, but not for 2. Or rather, doing this is faster than finishing the stage and then doing 2 extra stages. So, Kenny, you can talk for a bit longer.
Awesome. Let's talk about Mind a bit more. Worldwide, suicide ranks as the 3rd leading cause of death in youth between 15 and 19 years of age. And it's the 2nd leading cause of death for girls of this age group. Early recognition of mental health disorders is essential to reduce suicide rates, improve treatability, and reduce severity of mental illnesses, including depression, psychosis, eating, and substance abuse disorders. Mind tries to help bring awareness by providing classes at school to inform youth on the topic, and through social media campaigns targeting youth to encourage them to be more open about mental health issues. They are a very important thing, and we should all we all want to do our best to help other people from not getting sucked into them, so to speak. In the meantime, feel free to donate to any donation incentive you like. You can go into the bids page. I'll put it in the chat as well, where you can check out everything you can donate to. We got a lot of cool stuff that hasn't been met yet, like the PG mode off in Electronic Superjoy, and a lot of other small things that you can donate to. So feel free to do some cool things there.
Alright, well, at least I showed why I needed focus time, because even with focus time I failed. But I only missed one page this time. I missed a single letter. So instead of going back into this stage again, I'm just gonna do a third puzzle stage. Which is right here. Yeah, that was not very speedy, I will admit. But it's all fine. I accounted for this. I accounted for this sort of thing happening. And yeah, now that we've caught back up to where we need to be, we're just gonna carry on like normal. Alright, so this boss fight is, yeah, it's just like the others, it's very straightforward. Except we're gonna take two characters, except there's a funny little something about this boss that I want to show off. Wonder if anyone is gonna spot the funny thing that this boss fight in particular has. I mean, people will probably spot it because I like it too much to not point it out. I'll give you a heads up on when to look out for it. Alright. So first I'm gonna be very disrespectful and just dodge these stomps by just alternating back and forth. Alright, now similar to the Mittens fight, we get a cannon phase here, where there's cannons on the side shooting fireballs at us. Except they're green! But yeah. So I could bonk up on top of this as well, but the invisible... The front of the skybox is actually too thin to stand on, so what happens is you bonk up and then you fall behind it, which can sometimes lead to you falling into the black drink down there. And that is not something I particularly want to do. So for this one, I'll play it by the book and dodge it normally. So now we get bombs. So this is most of the RNG in the game. The farther it goes, the longer it takes for a bomb to reach there. So the further in the front row, the better. And I got a front row bomb there, which is good. Also, those bomb cats, what you're intended to do is wait for them to throw a bomb at you and then hit the bomb back. But where they spawn, you can actually go up to them and just hit them right away. And again, it's one of those phases where it proceeds once you've completed it. It's not like on a standard timer. Also, yeah, Here we got L-U-C-K-Y S-M-E-L-L-S. And very important, 3 exclamation points. So feel free to spell it out in chat. Very important information. And yeah, one of the bombs also blew up the... oh, double front row, nice. So yeah, if a bomb lands on a wood space... Oh, can I... No, I can't make this anymore. Right, I'll deal with that one later then. Alright, got that one. Missed that one. Alright, not the greatest, but... That's what I get for being cheeky with this. But yeah, now we get the final cannon wave. Final cannon phase followed by the bombs that we can hit back at them and end the fight. Yeah, it's the usual three hits to win the fight. So yeah, because there's the one spot missing, I have a little less room to move around, but I can also just hang out here, and I have all the space in the world to move. And that is the first time I've ever gotten triple front row. Awesome. Right, well that's Restful Retreat done. Or if you were familiar with the original game, Holiday Canyon. So a couple of the worlds in this game have been renamed between, except for the remake. Sky Castle remained the same, Veggie Village remained the same, but Restful Retreat was called Holiday Canyon in the original Super Lucky's Tale. And here we have some bonus content, technically. So this was DLC in the original game. In this remake, it's put into the main story. This is Gilly Island with our kitty litter member, Lady Meowmalade. Yep, they went there. So what Lady Meowmalade is doing is she's putting hypnotic music that makes everyone dance, and it puts the residents, like the resident shop owners, it puts them out of business. So we gotta do something. But before we do that, we're gonna be memeing some slide puzzles again. Ah, I got the dialogue. I have no idea where I am. Yeah, that's the one thing. If you lose track of yourself behind that, there's no way to get the camera in to see yourself. Alright, well, let's see if I can redeem myself. This is the last slide puzzle in the game. Not in the game, but in this run. There we go. That's the sort of thing you want to see. Alright, so Gilly's Island being DLC from the original game. I mentioned earlier that there was 5 worlds, or rather 4.5. Because the 4th world is so short. There's one less main stage. There's one less main stage in this world, and as to stick with that, they lowered the page requirement for this world from 10 to 6. So yeah, so the round we do there is 2 slide puzzles, and 1 main stage, 3 cannon salute. Now I mentioned at the beginning of the run that there was stuff that tail swipe lets us do that you aren't supposed to be able to grab. It lets us grab stuff from a further range than intended. Right, have I timed this out correctly? No. It's okay though. We're fine. Timer's long enough. Right, cheeky little homing dive there. So yeah, this is the point. So normally you're supposed to let this barrel be blown up so that blows open. But yeah, you can grab with your tail. And that is my only contribution to the speedrun. Everything I've shown you up this far has not been me. It's been found by other members of the community. That's the only optimization I've ever found. So naturally I'm the most proud of it. Nice, the first shot blew this up. So yeah, Fluffins and Stuff and Buttons are back. They've escaped, and now they're shooting at us with cannons. So I'm gonna go up top here. I'm gonna go over this entire thing. Because we don't need anything here, we just need the sea that's down there. Oh. We're gonna take him out real quick, get his money. And get the sea right there. Oh, hello. For safety I'm gonna grab that coin. Bonk up there to get the K. Normally you're supposed to let that be blown up so the platform lowers. Now shout alright. So there's another sub area here. I mean, I don't want to call it a sub area because you don't have a loading screen, but yeah. But what you need to do is grab these big coins. And then once we grab them all, we get the hidden page. Okay, cool, we get the camera lock. This is my first time getting it. Yeah, I might just take a death here. Oh, shoutouts to this glitch. I have 296 coins, but I got the 300 coin page. Oh wow, I actually made it here. Cool. Without being able to see. So yeah, camera's still glitched. Alright, there we go. Now that I found the transition. Yeah, I'll just take the death here. To reset it. Now when you die, you lose all the coins you picked up after the checkpoint. You get reset back to the coin amount that you had before. But the fortunate thing is, if you've picked up the 300 coin page, you keep the page, so I don't have to actually collect the coins again. I'm gonna go over the top here because it's a little bit easier, and I'm gonna pick up all these coins. Because what I actually needed to do was travel back, because I need to do all this. Because that will get me the Y. And now we get a warship arriving with under the tune of a very happy jingle. Oh great, the camera glitch was there again. Alright, so now if they hit that one, then hit this one. Alright, there we go, there's the end of the stage. Right, that's 3 that's never happened before now. Well, yeah. So about the 300 coin, that glitch where I had 296 coins, but the game gave me the page. We have no idea why it happens, and it only has happened to me. No one else. Unfortunately, all those shenanigans with the camera glitch lost me a lot of time. But I'll make it up to you guys by giving you a banger of a tune to listen to during this upcoming boss fight. And then the music stops. So yeah, enjoy this absolute tune. Alright, so before I let you to this wonderful tune again, pay attention to the bees. You can see the bees just having the time of their lives. So yeah, the area I can stand on to be safe gets smaller with this phase. And yeah, it's also gonna happen during the laser phase now. Fortunately, it's a pretty big area you can stand in, and there's only 4 lasers, so this isn't too hard to deal with. Although diving into a laser is generally not recommended. So after this, she's gonna become vulnerable. I clock 3 hits, and that ends phase 2. Now it's gonna get really small, it's only a single panel. Alright, so now this is gonna happen, and there's gonna be... Ow! There's gonna be more lasers, so... So what I'm doing now is what I like to call stall bonk hopping. I'm bonk hopping in a suboptimal way that I keep my height, because if I bonk up too high, there's actually an instant death lane. We don't know why it's there. We don't know why it instantly kills you. It's the only place in the game that instantly kills you regardless of how many hearts you have. The only other thing that would kill you instantly is bottomless pits, but that was only in the original game. In the remake, it was changed to just take up a heart and respawn you at the last checkpoint. So it's very weird. Well, yeah, that was Gidley Island. A little bit longer than I would have intended. But no need to worry. Because we are actually in the final world, and this world, this is where any percent shines. So what I haven't mentioned before, that there is a lot of categories for this game, a lot of different ways to play the game. And yeah, each and every single one of them has something unique about them. So there's all main levels, which is the same as any percent, but with the additional requirement that every main stage has to be played at least once, which gives you, opens up a whole unique routing process. So it has very unique routing. Then there's all pages, which is basically 100% excluding the post game. Then there's 100%, which includes the post game. And there's NG plus all main levels, which plays all the levels from a beaten file, and you just play all the levels and get the main page as quickly as possible. But what makes any percent unique is a skip that we'll be doing after the first 2 levels. We need only 4 pages. So throughout routing, so these are the only stages that we don't 100%. We're going to be getting 2 pages here in Carnival Court and then 2 pages in the next stage as well. Now there is a skip here I can do. There's a cutscene that will play, not this one. I want to wait for the cutscene to pan over to the relevant area. So yeah, there's a bunch of carnival mini games. So yeah, this area. If I go into this area, a cutscene will trigger, but because of where the cutscene places you, it's better to get it at a later time. So we're gonna try to avoid triggering the cutscene now. It's technically a cutscene skip, but the cutscene will play later, so it's, I guess, more cutscene delay. And yeah, I triggered the cutscene. So I had to jump around it and get on basically the slope area of that platform. So yeah, that's where the cutscene places you. Alright, so what we're going to do first is get this. Ooh, I'm very close to failing. There we go. If you fall onto the ground here, you fail, you get teleported down, you have to do it again. Oh yeah, we just use homing to get everything. Homing onto a thing automatically gets us the 2 coins on there, and just like that we do the first thing. So because this is any percent, we only have to get 3 tickets, because that's what it takes to open the cage with the main page. And what category you play actually differs. There's different mini games you do in other categories, because we do certain mini games because we will also be getting the 300 coin page here. But in NG Plus, where you only get the main page, I'm gonna stand here and then go for it. Bunk up here. Get all this money and hit this switch, and we'll get rid of these kitty blocks. The Y will spawn. We're not picking that up because we're not getting the lucky page. I just need to hit this. It shows it up there. And that's going to give us the ticket. And also a bunch of pink gems are going to spawn. But I will get those during this cutscene. So those will still be counted. I don't miss out on that because I triggered the cutscene. And then the third and final area I will go in is this one. And we're going to get an interruption by our main villain here. Oh, I wasn't high enough to get the homing on him. Alright, that's fine. There's a heart right here. Alright, so I want to just stay in midair for as long as possible so I get in range of homing diving. So yeah, if you're inside that flower enemy, you kind of just kill him in one hit. Can I stop talking to you, please? A pressing skills were not on point there. Right, and that'll get us the coins we need for the 300 coin page. I want to get up here, please. No, I want this speed booster. I don't care that I'm slower now. I want this speed booster. Come on, game. Oh, really? Took a million years to do that. So normally this is where we would trigger the cutscene if we hadn't triggered it earlier. Alright, so next we have our final stage, our final main stage of the game, and after that we're gonna be doing a skip and then go to the final boss straight away. And yeah, I'll explain the skip once we get there. It's just about the hardest trick in the game, which means despite all the fails I've had this run, I'm gonna do it first try. Just watch. Alright, trigger this cutscene. No way around it. So yeah, beating Carnival Court opens up this stage, and then beating this stage will open up the area where we can do the skip and where the final boss door is. Alright, so just like Carnival Court, we're gonna be getting 2 pages, but unlike Carnival Court, it's not the 300 coin page we're getting in addition to the main page. It is actually the secret page. Dodge that conveyor belt because it goes backwards. Got that cycle nicely. I need to be a little careful here. I'm just gonna climb up normally. I'm actually gonna grab that checkpoint just to be safe. Just not high enough, so yeah, get up there. Alright, guess we're taking bottom side here then. Get that boost from the conveyor belt moving in the direction we want to move. Want to stay in mid-air because these conveyor belts go backwards. Gonna get that little bit of speed boost. And there we go, that's Terror Train. There's the cutscene here, the page is gonna spawn, and I just need to jump twice to get it. There it is. Sometimes the stage is just that simple. In fact, so simple that I golded it. Alright, guess there's some useful takeaway from this run. Alright, we're nearly at the end already. An hour and 7 minutes in. Okay, so there's the next stage. So, what normally is supposed to happen is you beat the stages that we're about to skip here, and it will make a bridge that you can use to cross to the other island. Then you beat the second stage, and that gives you a bridge to cross. That gives you a bridge to cross over to where the boss door is. However, we're just gonna bonk up this area where this first stage is located. Gonna line ourselves up, jump, hop, swipe, and dive. And I'll explain this in a little bit. Once the scary part is over. Told you I'd do it first try. Alright, so that is a special type of bonk hop. It's only used there. It's called we call it a neutral bonk hop. I need to get up this tree. Alright, cool, we're here. Alright, so I want to do this properly. So jump, jump, swipe, and dive. And we're in there. So what a neutral bonk hop is after you the moment you bonk, you let go of the stick to bonk away a little bit further away from the wall, and then you move towards it to bonk on it again, and then you let the stick go neutral after every single bonk hop. Because if you keep holding forward, holding towards the wall like you normally would do for a bonk hop, because of how the wall that particular wall works, you will slide off instead.
Lucky, over here.
And the way
I'm so glad you're here.
And my theory for how that works is that it's not actually a wall, it's more of a horizontal floor, because it more or less functions like a floor does, which if you hit it while if you hold the direction when you press the burrow button, which is what you also use to slide and dive, you will slide on a non-burrowable burrowable surface. But if you don't hold the direction, you don't slide anyways, instead you bonk in place. Now here we got the final boss fight. Now unlike the other ones, this one's actually fairly elaborate and also very different from the original. So different that I don't completely have forgotten what the original works like. So yeah, the way this works is he sends shockwaves at you, moves the stage, then tries to hit you with a laser. If you're playing this and you're struggling with dodging this laser, when he initiates it, stand completely still, because he will not aim at you, he will aim at where you would be going if you were walking in a straight line. So a little helpful tip there. So as long as you don't move too much, the laser will miss you and you can just dodge it like this from there. Just loop back around and just hop over it when you cross over. Yeah, shockwaves, you just want to stay away from where they hit and jump over them as they come out. You might be thinking that's straightforward, but during my first run I died 8 times on this. And yes, I will not let myself live that down. Okay, so I didn't get the... Uh-oh. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna stall this here. And one... Oh, I actually did it wrong. Whoops. Oh well, I didn't do it right, but I can show it off during the second phase anyway. So it's gonna get a little more hectic, there's gonna be more shockwaves. But the rest of it is gonna mostly be the same. Move the stage again, do the lasers. And yeah, in this fight you only get a hardback when you register a full hit on Jinx, which is hitting him 3 times like that when he appears normally. So what happened in the story, as you saw it in the cutscene, is Jinx tricks Lucky by thinking Lyra is here, and then he gets the book, and yeah, this is him being all powerful. I think it's even consistent that Jinx will put the laser in your path in the direction you're facing. Or not. Glad that I'm proven the moment I say it. Oh, there was another one. Okay. Cool. Alright, so now he raises the stage, changes the elevation of the stage again, and enemies are gonna spawn. So I'm gonna wait now, because it takes a while for the enemies to be vulnerable here. So I tried to delay my defeating of the enemies a little bit, just space out and stay up. And I also start on the high platform just so I have the high ground. Okay, so let's do this correctly. Still didn't do it correctly, nice. So what you can do is, let me get 2 at least. So yeah, you can basically chain hits on him. Now unfortunately I have only 1 heart for this. So this is going to be a little scary because he's going to mix it up. He's going to do the lasers. He's going to raise the stage and then do the lasers. Then it's going to be more shockwaves. Stage is going to rotate. So as long as I play this out properly, alright, take out this last enemy. Now here's gonna also be the scariest part, because now once I hit him, he's also gonna split apart. And no. No, not today. Not today. And then we've taken him down. So time is not yet. So because there's a little bit of walking to the Book of Ages. But once I lose control, the scene starts to fade. That's when time will be. So get ready. And time. Right, so we've defeated Jinx, and we've recovered the Book of Ages. And now Order and Peace is going to be restored. That was new Super Lucky still. I hope you enjoyed it, despite this not being the best run in the world. I'll be honest.
Lucky did the impossible.
Hey, you're still within estimate, so it's all good.
Yeah, I have 1:14:04 on my timer.
But he managed to reconnect the world.
So there's an extra thing I can show off here.
Battle for Sky Castle began.
Because if you thought the game was broken because of the bonk hopping I've done throughout the entire run, you have seen nothing yet. There's one particular stage, and I'm very upset that it's not in any percent that shows off truly how broken this game becomes through bonk hopping. So I would like to show that off. It's about 5 minutes. I'm gonna ask Tech and Host if I'm allowed to show that off. I'll just start moving towards it while I wait for the answer. I don't know how far ahead or behind on schedule we are.
Well, we're slightly behind right now.
Yeah, that's about the estimate. I'd say it would take about 4 minutes. I can show off part of it then.
Okay.
Yeah, continue.
Let me see.
Actually, I need a different file to play from.
Yeah, okay. Scheduling would rather not have it.
Alright, then I will accept this decision. So that was it for me. Again, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I at least did a decent job of showing off how the speedrun works. The run itself wasn't the highest quality, but we move. So thank you all for watching as well. And yeah, maybe someday I'll come back with a category that does show off that heavily broken stage.
That would be awesome.
Oh yeah, I'm not done running this game. I'm gonna keep running this game. This is hella fun. So yeah, last couple of things is do check out this game. It is a very underrated gem in my opinion, both casually and as a speed game. We would love to have more runners for this game. Any runner is one more than we could ask for, so we would be highly appreciative of that. You can check the speedrun.com page at speedrun.com/NSLT. There will be a Discord link for a Discord where we there's a load of the top runners who are way better than me that can help you out with any and all questions that you may have. Additionally, if you don't have a Switch, that's no problem, because on August 21st, this game will release on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, so now is the perfect time to get involved with this game. My name's been DoubleDubbel. Thank you very much to BSG as well for letting me show this off. Take care everyone, and goodbye.
Yes, thank you very much, DoubleDubbel. Up next we have Thextera running Klonoa Door to Phantom Field, so stick around for that one.